Want to know the secret to skiing long bump runs? You'll want to watch this video. Hi, Skier Steve here with the next mogul skiing tip. By the way, this is a series about skiing moguls. If you have not already watched the previous videos, check out the playlist. Let's recap what we have learned from the previous videos. First, slide down the side of the mogul and control your speed by where you slide on the mogul. Second, slow yourself down by flaring as you approach the trough and bending as you enter the trough. Third, make sure your torso is facing downhill and your body from the waist down is allowing the skis to become perpendicular to the fall line. Fourth, lean forward to take the weight off the tails of the skis, which makes the turns easier. Finally, practice keeping your knees together so that your skis will be together to strengthen your legs. As you practice and become more comfortable with the bumps, you will move from mogul survival to mogul enjoyment. You will realize this is happening when you experience moments of what I like to call bump zen. Bump zen is a feeling where you're starting to float through the bumps and are dealing with each one as it appears without much difficulty. When this occurs, the concern becomes not so much can I ski the bumps, but rather how long can I ski the bumps? There are two factors that generally limit how far or how many bumps we can ski continuously. The first factor is that our legs get tired. We have already discussed that painful legs is an indication that we are leaning back too much. Certainly, skiing bumps, even when well balanced, requires building up muscles that we may not use in our normal daily activity. But we can extend the life of our legs by leaning forward enough to take the strain off the quads. The second major factor to affect our bump stamina is our breathing. Years ago, I was in Hawaii and took a surfing lesson with my kids. The instructor put me on a board about the size of a small aircraft carrier and told me to paddle. As I was paddling to try to catch the wave, he was yelling at me the whole time to breathe. He would yell, "Breathe, guy!" Similarly, when we ski the bumps, we need to breathe. In fact, I still hear his voice in my head as I sail down the bumps on a long bump run. Quite often, when we ski bumps, we begin skiing right after minor pedestrian skiing or sitting on the lift. The next thing we know, we are in the middle of immediate physical exertion. And as we progress in our ability to ski bumps, this can actually become a significant and sudden cardio activity. However, we are often too focused on technique and ignore breathing. As a result, we don't breathe deeply enough to sustain long bump runs. Then, we have to stop and have what I refer to as a fat attack. A fat attack is when I'm gasping for breath, near the side of the slope, with young people on the lift above me laughing. To avoid the dreaded bump fat attack and enjoy longer bump runs, we need to perform purposeful breathing. The way I do this is to exhale long and loud each time I slide. This approach requires me to take a deep breath on each turn, which seems to be a good rhythm. This is a simple technique. But if you're like me, you will probably forget to do this until you encounter the fat attack, which is your built-in reminder to breathe purposefully. Pro tip, hear the Hawaiian surf instructor in your mind yelling, "Breathe, guy!" So, to sum up the main point of this video, remember to breathe purposefully on each turn. If you have some helpful ideas for skiing moguls, let me know in the comments. Check out my next video for even more mogul tips, and click subscribe to keep more of my helpful tips coming.